I will tell you the truth. I will tell you the simple truth. What has been keeping the world is not of the goodness of the world. What is keeping the world is not of the righteousness of the world. What is keeping the whole entire world is not of the strength of the word. What is keeping the world is not even the devil, because the devil cannot keep anything, but rather he's a destroyer. What is keeping the world is not of the goodness of the word. What is keeping the world is because of the righteousness of God. That's what is keeping the world and still sustain the world. I'm telling you from with substantial facts. Who is keeping the world is the word of God. Is God himself is the keeper. Because if it is in the hands of the devil to keep the world, he would have wiped away every civilization. He would have cut us off from existence and wouldn't have been a partakers of the things that God had planned for the future or the plans for the age. Would have become a chaff. The devil would have used this word mercilessly the way he wants. Even by so doing, he can even invent some people that disbelieve in God. Even now, currently, the devil is trying to manipulate people, bringing out one or two things to make sure that the heart of people of God is now infiltrated with evil and demonic, powers. But because of the word of God, who is now protecting the whole entire world, God has been the sustainer, protecting his civilization, protecting his people, protecting all the good intentions in the world. God has been the one eliminating evil ones, and in the strategic ways, the main basic point, the particular places that is more important. God has been the one protecting us. So if it truly is in the hand of the devil to protect the world, would have been annihilated for a very long time, would have been obliterated from the surface of the earth. But because the word of God has been in us and the word of God has been the one categorically protecting us and moving us from one place to the other, that is the reason why if you see that at the end of the day, if a man give birth to 5 children, probably 2 might be an atheist, 2 others may be maybe spectators, others may be people that don't want to believe. They can be secularists and all the rest. You can see in those 5 children, 1 actually or 2 might know God. Why is it like that? It's because God doesn't want his word to be watered. God doesn't want every of his creature to be watered, because if God is allowing the devil to continue to multiply his evil, you see that evil will be sporadically moving around the whole world, even become the major dominance in the world. But because if the devil give birth to the devil, God will not give birth to the righteous things. That is the reason why sometimes you see that when you have negative, you have positive people. Because if it is in the hand of the devil to take decisions on what will happen, this world would have been obliterated. It would have been sent to oblivion. But because it's not in the hand of the devil to operate everything within this, our entire planet, you see that God will not be producing things that is going to alternate or terminate the missions of the devil, so that it will not be accomplished. If truly maybe it is giving the power of everything to all these Omenala people and traditionalists, they would have turned this earth to another thing, but it is not given to them. If they speak a word and we use our mouth to reject the word, because what they do is by word. Because after all their enchantment and after all their, arrangement of the this juju, voodoo, whatever it is, they will use the word to speak a word and they go war. The same way we use our mouth to cancel all their programs and evil projections. I know the devil doesn't want anybody to live. I'm telling you the truth, because if devil wants anybody to live, he would have find alternative way to have a reconciliation with the Father which is in heaven and make peace with the world. But devil doesn't want anybody to live. He wants everybody dead to their own, it is own, glory. But we cannot be dead. No matter the program of the devil, we cannot be dead. We cannot be dead. If others, I will never be dead. I renounce and reject anything that has to do with the activities of the devil. He can never kill me, because he's not my creator. And every of his movement is by... See, God gave man power to live in dual natures of existence. Man live in spirit, man live in physical life. But devil cannot live in physical life, but rather he borrows a body to be in the physical form. You see, and with that borrowing, it means that he's not operating within his own power. And we are the dominance of these jurisdictions. We own here. He cannot do anything. So this is the time that every child of God ought to rise in potentiality to defeat the devil and his own agents. See, we are in a battle. One singer sang a song. We are in battle. We are in battle. This is pure truth. We are in battle with the devil, because every day the devil is planning, bringing all different types of things to destroy the civilization, to destroy every handmaid of the Lord. But we are going to tell him enough is enough for the why. Today, the Lord has blessed so many people richly to an extent that if the devil speak a word, we terminate his word. He cannot come into existence. Although he has a short period of time that he's going to live, at the end of the Christ will take, glory and also dominate every planet Earth, because there will be a time that this generation and this civilization will wiped off and we shall be ripped off from this planet Earth, and God himself will come and take glory and also rule for 1,000 years to come. See, everybody ought to be alerted, everybody ought to be created, everybody ought to be sound physically, mentally, financially, anyhow, have to be sound, so that even when these negative people come with their evil words, with their evil influences, with their activities, you see that with the aptitude which you have as a person, you can be able to do what? To design. You can be able to do what? To understand their programs and their functionality. See, it is giving everybody's power. It is given at your fingertips. You have the right to question the devil. You have the right to question him, because in creation order, after God, Christ, after Christ, man, even before the angels of heaven. But because of the sinful structure that the devil has given to a man, you see that man now shift, become, can't angels before. That's why we don't supposed to worship angel. Angel is supposed to worship with the prince, because in a king's house, a prince does not worship a maid in the house. It is maids that worship the prince, because in creation, man is supposed to be the prince, then the angels should be the maid. But now, because of the sinful structure that we have been built, we now worship the angels instead of instead of them to worship us. That is bad. So we are coming to take what belongs to us, and we are coming to stand and to overcome. See, it is impossible for the devil to dominate. We can never allow him, because the Bible said, "Shun the devil, he will flee." Definitely, he will flee, and will never have any impact in us. The power is being given to us, but what we are lacking in this generation is the knowledge to deceive the devil. It's the knowledge to defeat him thoroughly. It's the knowledge to overpower him. It's the knowledge to subdue his activities here. If we can be able to have this knowledge and wisdom, you see that we can conquer the terror. He has been terrorizing the cities for years, but this is the accepted time that you're going to shun him, and we definitely flee, because it is in our hands to decide what to do. The devil does not create a city. It is we, that human beings, that create a city. So why will someone that didn't create a city destroy the city? It can never come. May the Lord bless us.